بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So if you try to see a simple configuration example here to understand the marking, how it can be done. So here I got an example here. Now in this example, what I'm doing is I'm going to classify, I'm going to create a class map which matches my HTTP traffic. And this HTTP traffic is going to be marked with a precedence value of 2, let's say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a class map. So the first step, we need to classify. Like we did in the classification topics, you need to classify. And the second, I have another classification, these things, where I'm going to match my VoIP traffic, which is going to use the UDP ports in this range. All your IP phones uses that range, the random ports. So I'm going to match all those traffic and I'm going to give the precedence value of 5. Now, the first step, we know already how to classify by using class maps. So we match the protocol or we match the ACL in our case. And then what we'll do is we'll be creating a class map, the policy map. Now, inside this policy map, I'm going to tell what action you want to take. So in this example, the action is marking. So later on, in the later on examples, we'll also see how to give priority or how to reserve the bandwidth or guaranteed bandwidth, those options. But in this example, I'm going to match my HTTP traffic or whatever the traffic defined inside this class map. I'm going to set the precedence value. So set the precedence value of 2. And likewise, I'm going to match my VoIP traffic. I'm going to set the precedence value of 5. And then I'm going to apply this policy map as the traffic leaving this interface. I'm going to apply this under the policy map here. So here you can see I'm going to say a service policy. So as the traffic leaves this interface, I'm going to say that as the traffic leaves this interface, it's going to apply this policy. So let's try to see this configuration example here. So what I'll do is on my router, I'm going to use this class maps. So either I already have a class map here, or I can just go ahead and create a new class map. Or what I'll do is I'll say match any. I'm going to change this class map to match any. And let's say the name is HTTP itself. And I'm going to say match protocol, or let's say telnet, or I'm going to say match protocol ICMP. Okay. So ICMP is something I can initiate some traffic. So I'm using these protocols. And if you verify with show run class map, you can see it uses match any. So whenever you are adding multiple match statements, like I said in the classification section, we must use match any, which is going to tell match any one of these protocols which is listed here. So I'm going to create one class map, which is my HTTP class map. And I'm going to create another class map, which is my voice class map, or just voice. And I'm going to say match access group. I did not create an access group here. So I'm going to create an access list first, extended, which is going to be the name as voice. And I'm going to say permit UDP, any source, any destination. You can define the range of port numbers, like the default range, it uses 32767. Okay. I have to give the range option here. So now if you verify the class map, if I say show run class map to verify my class map, so I have two class maps. One is matching my HTTP telnet ICMP traffic, 3 different traffics in one single class map. And one is going to match my this particular traffic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a policy map. And I'm going to refer this class inside the policy map. So the class map is HTTP. And I'm going to use set, what you want to set. You can do multiple things, like I can set precedence value or some QoS group or MPLS bits. So in my scenario, I'm going to set the precedence value. So when I say set precedence, you can see there are different values, 8 different values I can assign. So either you can give the number or I can give the name. If I even type critical, then it's going to automatically apply the precedence value of 5. Now this is something you need to know. You don't need to really memorize this, but in terms of CCI lab exams or in some exams, sometimes they ask you to match the critical traffic or apply the marking values based on this critical traffic. So you need to know this order. Not compulsory to remember. You can just go to the command line and check these options. So that's something I generally prefer to do. But you can either give the number or the name. So in my case, I'm going to refer the class. I think I need to come back and then set IP precedence value. I'm going to give the value of 2. And then I'm going to refer my VoIP class, and I'm going to say the precedence value should be 5. So if you want to verify this configuration, we can use a command called show run policy map. So when you say show run policy map, you can see I'm creating a policy map with a name called CCIE, and then all the traffic which matches with a class map HTTP is going to be applied with the precedence value of 2, and all the traffic which is matching my precedence VoIP traffic will be used with a precedence value of 5. So this policy map is not going to work unless you apply. So we'll be applying on the interface which is going to leave from router 1. So I want this marking value should be applied as the router leaves, goes to router 2. So I can simply go ahead and say service policy outbound and then the service policy name. Now once I do this, if I want to verify, I can use a command called show policy map interface, and whatever the interface you have applied. Now here you will see that particular interface is applied with a policy map, and here you can see the class map and the number of packets it actually matches. So how many packets it matches with protocol HTTP or FTP or these values you can see here, and it applies the precedence value of 2. And again, how many packets it actually matches here, and what is the precedence value are being applied, and how many packets has been marked, and all the rest of the traffic. Now here you will have a default class map. Now there is a class map called class default, which means automatically all the traffic which is not matching, which is not defined here, automatically it falls in this category. So which means here I did not specify FTP or SMTP. So if there is any FTP or SMTP traffic comes, it will automatically falls in this category. Okay, so all the remaining traffic comes into that. Now what I'll do is I'll try to initiate some ICMP traffic. So for that I need to enable some routing. So I'm going to do some routing between these two routers, and I will try to initiate some ICMP packets to verify, because we have mentioned some ICMP traffic also here. So we'll be doing that just for quick verification part. So I'm going to use this 20.network and 1.network. So I should see the neighbor relationship should come up. And if you go to router 1, if I say show IP route EAGRP, I'm able to see the routes. So what I'll do is I'll try to send some packets between LAN to LAN. These are my IPs which are already present. So I'm going to repeat some 100 packets here. Now, if you verify now, if I say show policy map interface S1 by 0, so you can see here it matches this ICMP protocol. So because I have initiated some 100 ping messages, you normally see in the production network, you will have some default traffic moving. Depending upon that, you can automatically figure out where exactly it matches. But again, in my example, I have matched my ICMP traffic. You can even initiate some telnet as well to verify. Or if you have some HTTP traffic, you can also initiate that. So this way you can verify. So in terms of configuration, overall, this is the same exact configuration what we'll be seeing as we progress with our topics later on. We will be creating a class maps to classify and the policy maps to define what action you want to take. And then finally, we'll be applying on the interface uh, to make sure that that policy map is applied as the traffic leaves that interface here.